Good morning, my lovely people. How you doing this morning? Awesome. It's a brand new day. Congratulations, you made it. Come on. Let's talk about emotional wellness. Oftentimes we focus on body wellness. We go to the gym, we go to the fitness center, we gym up and we look so okay on the outlook. But internally we suffer from emotional issues. So there are a lot of emotional issues that will result to mental issues or mental disorder. Of course, we have things like bipolar, we have schizophrenia, we have paranoia, and so on and so forth. But I want to talk about uh, rejection sensitive dysphoria. Yes, RSD, rejection sensitive dysphoria. You know, a lot of people walking around are carrying this disorder all around, and they they say, when you talk to them, they say, "Oh no, I'm a shy person. I don't like coming out in the public. I don't like talking too much. Uh, I'm an introvert." No, most of these folks are not introverts. What actually happened is they've been rejected. They were rejected, probably rejected in their relationship, rejected in their workplace, rejected in their communities, rejected among their friends, and so many sort of rejections. You know, when they are rejected, it hits them in their subconscious, and they begin to malfunction, and they begin to withdraw, and they withdraw, and they withdraw, and they withdraw until it is so bad. And that is why a lot of people, you know, they they can function until somebody gives them the permission to function. So perhaps somebody told you you were ugly, and that has remained with you, and you've begun to malfunction. And that is more reason a lot of people spend so much money and so much time on makeup, because you want to hide who people say that you are. You want to hide it behind makeups. And when the makeup is over, when the makeup is off, you're back to your miserable self. A lot of people wear expensive jewelries, expensive clothing, to hide their dysfunction or their emotional dysfunction under this opulent outlook. Now, let's talk about this issue and see how we can bring a resolve to it. Like I said, we have so many mental issues, but we're going to focus on this rejection sensitive dysphoria, RSD. Now, you're being rejected, probably in your relationship, the visa you applied for, or the school that rejected you, or so many form of rejection in your community, in your social cycle. You've been rejected, and that has been the reason why you are the way you are. You've been malfunctioning below what God says you are. So when you wake up every morning, let me help you out. When you wake up every morning, first of all, don't wait for anyone to affirm you. Don't wait for anyone to say that you are great, you can do this, you can do that. You say to yourself, I am who God says I am. I can do all things through Him that strengthens me. And you start your day in good spirit, with positivity. Try to discard whatever word a person has said to you, or whatever form of rejection that you've experienced in life. Breaking news. Every one of us, in one stage or in one time in our life, we've been rejected. It all depends on how we deal with this rejection. Our tomorrow depends on how we're able to deal with the rejection we received today. So now, when you're going through such emotional uh, pressure, just understand that you're having what we call rejection sensitive dysphoria, and the person, most times, people who suffer this, they will start having fear. They're not confident with themselves. They're afraid of this, they're afraid of that, they're afraid to be rejected. They won't try again because they've been rejected. They won't try again. They won't consider getting into another relationship because they've been rejected. They won't consider applying for that job because they were rejected. They won't apply for that visa because they were rejected. They give up in seeking for educational pursuit because they've been rejected, and they say, this is who I am because somebody assessed me and affirmed that I'm not good enough. So you have to help yourself. You have to tell yourself that you are better off. You are who God says you are, not who that person says you are. So my good people, thank you for being around, following my channel, and being blessed by my channel. So if you love my post, please subscribe, like, comment, and share my post, and do follow me for subsequent insight on how we can handle this mental disorder that I call rejection sensitive dysphoria, and other mental disorders alike. We're going to talk about them. So be blessed, stay blessed, and have a wonderful day. One love. Cheers. Awesome.